Welcome to the Bishop Heritage School, Anandpur, Patna, Class 6, English Comprehension, Assignment 3. Comprehension. What is a comprehension? A comprehension is the ability to understand. A comprehension exercise consists of passage or poem upon which questions are set to test the student's skills to understand the content of the given text and to gather information and meaning from it. Comprehension is a test of your vocabulary and skills. Skills tested would be concentration, close reading, ability to separate the relevant information from the irrelevant, Now children, I'm going to read out the passage to you. The Escape. This extract has been taken from Alexandre Dumas, The Count of Monte Cristo. At last, Dantes heard footsteps outside. The time has come. He must be brave now, braver than ever before in his life. They stopped at the door. There was two of them, he decided. He heard them put down some wooden things that they were going to carry the body on. The door opened, and a dim light reached his eyes through the cloth of the bag. He saw two shadows come near the bed. Another man remained at the door with the lamp. One man came to each end of the bag. He is heavy for a thin old man, one of them said, as he raised the head. They say that every year adds something to the weight of the bones, said the other, lifting the feet. Have you tied it on? The first speaker asked. What would be the use of carrying so much unnecessary weight? Was the reply. I can do that when we get there. Yes, I suppose you are right. Tied it on. Tied what on? Thought Dantes. They put the dead body on the carrier. Then the party moved up the steps. Suddenly, Dantes felt the cold and fresh night air. The men stopped and put the body down. One of them went away. Dantes heard the sound of his shoes on the stone for a minute. Dantes thought of making his escape immediately, but luckily he did not try to do so. Give me some light, you, said the other fellow, or I won't find what I am looking for. The man with the lamp moved towards the voice. What can he be looking for? Dantes wondered. Is it something to make the grave with? But surely the grave must be ready. Here's it, I found it. The man came towards Dantes. He heard some heavy object laid down beside him. Then something was tied round his feet. Is that tied strong enough? Asked the man who was watching. Yes. That won't come off, I can tell you, was the answer. Move up then. Dantes felt himself lifted up again and then moved some steps forward. Now the sound of waves beating against the rock came clearly to his ears. Well, here we are at last, said one of the men. A little further, said the other. A little further. You know very well that the last one did not fall clear. It fell on the rocks, and the governor was angry with us. Then they went 5 or 6 more steps. Then Dantes felt them take him by the head and by the feet. 1, said the man. 2, 3, and away. Dantes felt himself thrown into the air, and then he was falling. He was being drawn quickly down by the heavy weight, but it seemed to him as if he was in the air for 100 years. At last, with a great splash, he met the cold water. As he did so, he gave a cry, which was stopped at once by the water as it closed over him. Dantes had been thrown into the sea, and he was being drawn down towards the bottom by a great stone tied to his feet. The grave of Chateaubriand was the sea. Okay children, now I have read out the comprehension passage to you. I'll be providing you the question answers and the true and false in the PDF. So you need to answer that in your textbook itself. Thank you very much. You have a lovely day ahead. For homework, The Escape, Chapter 6, Exercise A and B, page 33. Do in your comprehension books itself. Thank you very much children, and you have a lovely day ahead.